Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Christine with gaugegirltraining, an online meal planning and coaching service. I'm a food scientist and chemical engineer by training. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how to lose belly fat. So let's get started. So according to the internet, you guys, if you typed in to Google how to lose belly fat, I guarantee you will see tons of products, gimmicks, and all kinds of nonsense and noise of things that are telling you that this specific thing or ingredient or product will help you lose belly fat specifically. And I want to talk about that today. So according to the internet, there's everything from 8-minute abs. People say, don't eat any white carbs, don't eat any carbs after 9 p.m. Saran wrap yourself, take a magical detox tea, do tons of cardio, as well as, just eat these specific foods and this will help you lose belly fat. And what I'm here to tell you today is all of those things are wrong, and even more wrong. And I'm getting very adamant about this because it is extremely frustrating from a scientific perspective, seeing people promote things that are absolutely false. Like, they do not work. You are wasting your time and you are wasting your money. So how do you lose belly fat according to science? According to science, what you do need to do is you need to remain in a caloric deficit. So what does that mean? What is a caloric deficit? There's a certain amount of calories your body needs to be at maintenance. And maintenance means you are going to stay the same body mass. How do you know what your maintenance calories are? Well, you need to know your basal metabolic rate and add in any activity calories. The sum of those two things together is called your total daily energy expenditure. Now, once you're in a caloric deficit from your total daily energy expenditure, a reasonable caloric deficit is a maximum of about 500 calories. If you are extremely obese, I'd say a maximum of a caloric deficit of about 800. Now, if you are upwards of 300-400 pounds, you could go in a higher caloric deficit than that. But for the average person who has somewhere in that like 25 to 50 pounds, to lose a caloric deficit of about 500 calories from your total daily energy expenditure is what you need to do to support fat loss. You cannot spot reduce body fat from your stomach. Now, that is going to consist of two different things. So how much food you eat and how much you exercise, that needs to be balanced out to support this caloric deficit. The next thing you need to do if you want to lose some body fat, especially anything that's accumulated in the torso, is you do need to reduce stress. It's one thing to have a bad day, it's one thing to have stuff going on, but if you are chronically stressed day in, day out, it can lead to weight gain. It's going to lead to careless behavior. It's going to lead to you not eating the best foods for your body's needs. And ultimately, it's going to raise your cortisol levels, making it more challenging for you to tap into your stored body fat as a fuel source. So that caloric deficit is going to be extremely important. Next thing you want to do is you want to get adequate sleep. I know so many of you guys who are running on fumes. You are extremely busy, but also you're just not prioritizing sleep. Quality sleep is when your body recovers from weight training. It's when your body heals, and that's how those muscle fibers are built during that recovery process. Now, you do want to include some strength training so that way your body is being built up of nice lean muscle mass and you're reducing body fat. You do want to include cardio as needed to support the deficit. I'm not saying cardio is bad, you guys. Cardio is helpful, but doing more and more and more cardio, thinking that it's going to make you lose more and more and more body fat, does not work. I am a perfect example of this. If you look at these photos, this is from when I was a marathon runner. I convinced myself that if I ran a marathon that I would be able to have a certain physique, and that wasn't it, you guys. I was probably doing at least 8 to 10 hours of cardio a week, running miles and miles and miles, and more cardio does not translate into more body fat loss. It's about dialing in that deficit. And last but not least, what what you need to lose body fat. Pardon my French, you guys, but you need a shit ton of patience. You need to do these things. You need to do them consistently. You're not always going to feel like you're losing a lot every week, but it is those consistent changes. Now, how much change should you expect to see in a week? If you have about 25 to 30 pounds, I would expect to lose about half of an inch off of your waist per week. If you have more than 50 pounds to lose, you can lose slightly more than that, but that's not necessarily going to be sustainable. I would anticipate about losing half of an inch off of your torso per week. So you guys, this is a slow process, but it is an effective process. Stop buying into the nonsense. Stop buying into the quick fixes. And listen to me, because this is what works. If you don't know how to set up a caloric deficit, if you don't know what you should be eating, what macros you need, I highly encourage you. Let's set up a one-on-one consultation. Visit gaugegirltraining.com or shoot me a DM over on my Instagram account. I'm highly responsive over on that page if you want to connect with me one-on-one. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.